Yo, what is up guys, Devroll here. I'm making a pan crop tutorial. This is after we had the footage with the sink.
I'm just a young nigga chillin' on it. First time I seen I'm just a young nigga chillin' on it. First time I seen
Right. Now if you don't like the placement of where your keyframes are, you can always move them. But that's up to you before we start this tutorial. Anyway, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and add a sapphire shake. Right? Your settings are always up to you, but I set my frequency to 2.4 and then I go to X, Y, and tilt shake. Oh, not channels. Nope. Nice. Alright, so tilt shake. I usually lower everything. This will be like 190, this will be like 70. But you want to go ahead and lower these to 70 and copy this. I'll let you do that real quick. It's on X shake, it's 70, 0.3, 10, 0.2, 0.6, and then on Y shake, it's 32.5, 0.4, 10, 0.6, 0.7. And you want to go to tilt shake, which is 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. So it's all laddered in that one. But amplitude, you just want to go ahead and set your keyframe. You can set your frequency to whatever you feel like is going to match the song. I usually set mine to 2.4 for epic and trap, because that's what I usually edit to. And you want to set your first keyframe to 0. You want to go to 1. And you're going to go ahead and press U. And you're going to go ahead and go to the keyframes that you set down for the syncing tutorial we did earlier. Right? And we're just going to go ahead and click on the little diamond next to amplitude. Right? And you're just going to keep going. You're going to go at the first start of the frame where it syncs already. And you just want to keep going to the frames that you've already marked down with the syncing. Right? From there, you want to go ahead and click the stopwatch if you've, not the stopwatch, the little magnifying glass. And you're going to click on the stopwatch where it says amplitude. Press F9. Save it, because this part could be a little risky and you might crash your After Effects. Anyway, so you're just going to go ahead and drag that by holding shift and click and drag to the right. That could crash your After Effects if you do it twice, which I don't know why I did. But anyway, you want to go ahead and take all these keyframes, and this may crash your After Effects to save. You're going to take the right handle, drag it down to the right, all the way down until the middle of the art touches the floor. Don't touch it all the way, but make sure it's still curved. And you want to grab the left handle, drag it to the right by holding shift and to the right. And the very first handle that hasn't been grabbed by the box. You want to click and shift drag to the right. Should fix that. And this is how you do pan. The rest of the pan crop tutorial is just setting expressions. So to set this expression is it's very simple actually. You're just going to push transform. You're going to alt click on scale. You're going to type in linear, right? And you're going to do open parentheses, and you're going to drag the pick whip all the way to amplitude. It says 0, 1, 0. Well, for this is comma because this is excluding values that will be represented. So you want to do comma 0, whatever 0. Whatever's 1 will be 100, and it will be 104.5 on 1. Right? That's how expressions work. It's basically an if and else, but it's a linear. Anyway, so then we're going to go ahead and type in exposure. Right? Make an exposure. Type in same thing, linear. And this is pretty much the same thing, but for this one, in order to put a decimal, let's say I have an expression wrong. 0, 1, 0, 0.45. Right? Because I don't want it to be super bright, but at the same time I do want it to be like a flash. It's like noticeable. Anyway. And that is it. You press U to view all your keyframes. And then you click on the layer U. And it should look something like this. It makes the transform act on the shake and it makes the flash act on the shake. Right?
I'm just a young nigga chillin' on it. First time I see. I'm just a young nigga chillin' on it. First time I see.
But if you want a better version, oh, that's my fault. The better version's right here.
I'm just a young nigga chillin' on it. First time I see.
Because I synced it to the Dope Man, where he said the Dope Man. Anyway, that's been it. That's Pancrop.